guys, Rebelpuppie here. It's been a while since I even recorded a video that had my voice in it or offered tips. So I figured I might as well do that as per request of a few people. So we're just going to get right into our first tip, which is playing at your own pace and finding settings that work for you that can fit that pace. For me, I use settings a little bit on the slower side of things, and I use exponential because I don't know, feels nicer, easier to control. Now, with playing at your own pace, it's finding a pace that you're comfortable with playing. That could be aggressive, like I personally do, a little bit defensive, or like a little bit of both. With playing at your own pace, it's like, stop trying to build like crazy fast like this, you know, you're not going to be able to control it if you haven't mastered your own play style. See, you're not going to be able to do very well when you could be playing like this at a nice, calmer, slower pace and doing things a little bit slower and making it work out better for you in the end. Our second tip will be crosshair placement. Crosshair placement is a few things. So if you keep your reticle right about here, this is where your opponent's head is going to be, or their hitbox is going to be usually, unless they're crouched. So in crosshair placement is a lot more than that too. You'll see people editing like this, right? Or like this. Or like this. That isn't good. You should try being like this. So when you edit the arch, let's say there's a person on the other side, your reticle is at their head or around their head hitbox, and all you have to do is a tiny little movement to correct it. And crosshair placement is a lot more than just that too. Again, it's also for building. So when I do this move, I keep my crosshair in an area where I'm going to be ready for the next edit. Like that. Oh, it's harder to do slower to demonstrate things. It's like that, you know. Or let's say I'm doing a retake. I'm going to edit it this way, then edit it back that way. So all I have to do is my little wraparound, and look at this. I'm already ready to edit the archway. And that's all I gotta do. Alright, now we're at predicting. Let's set the scene a little bit. You're build fighting somebody, and they're coming up from the side. What do you expect them to do? You're going to expect them to try to get around your wall, like that. So while they're trying to do the wraparound, you could already be one step ahead of them, because this is your wall. You could block them off by placing a cone out like that and below you, like that. Easy shot. Having a wall can help so much. Or while they're doing the wraparound, let's place the ramp here. Because of your window, you can place a cone over them if you can angle your camera right. My bad. With predicting, another thing is pre-fires. So I don't have another person here to demonstrate with, so I'll try to find a clip of somebody, you know, pre-firing, or me pre-firing maybe. Alright, I'm going to explain what happened in that clip a little bit. So you can see clearly that he shot just a little bit before the person edited. What a pre-fire is just shooting before somebody does an edit and working with your ping. So let's say you have like 40 ping, because I feel like that's the match average, and somebody's about to edit their wall, and you know that they're going to edit their wall at some point. So try to predict when and shoot at when that happens. Because if you do that, by the time their wall is done, and the wall doesn't even have to be fully built, and it's done, they'll be dead before they even know it. Like, no joke. It will look like you'll have superhuman reaction time. Or let's say you edit the wall and you just die just like that, the moment you pop your edit. That's because they pre-fired you. Let's get into piece control. Let's set up another scene here. Somebody's in the box and you are grabbing their wall. You grab their wall. What somebody sort of new to the game would do, or still plays like in the olden times of Fortnite, is they'll just edit a window and go for an easy shot. But what they don't realize is the opponent could have a ramp, right? And you could do a lot with a ramp in a box. You could be like this, you know, just go for easy little peek shots like that. Same thing. Or you could phase it. Or you could be like this while they're walking in and end up behind the person like that. There's a lot that could happen. So what you're going to want to do is try to grab the cone, try to grab a cone in there, or at least get your ramp. Because if you have your ramp, like I said, a lot you can do. You can flip it like that, or you could just go for a basic Mongol classic. There's a lot that could happen in there.
An example of piece control is this clip. I grab the wall, place the corner point below him so he has nowhere to go, and he can't place a ramp to defend himself.
Now, for my final tip, I can't really demonstrate it. It's 1v1ing people around your skill level or slightly better than you. Because if you do that, you can improve a lot better, like a lot faster. Just going against somebody that's as good as you or a little bit better. When I say a little bit, I don't mean like, let's say you just figure out how to do 90s and then trying to go against somebody that plays like me. Because you're obviously not going to win just because I have more experience than you. But at the same time, more experience does not mean better. So just finding somebody that does as well as you in matches, or like, you know, somebody that you play with often that you know you'll be able to go against. Oh my god, I'm fumbling everything here. But yeah, no, you probably get what I'm saying. There isn't a lot of explanation for it. Do not go against somebody crazy better than you, or somebody that's ridiculously worse than you. Or else you're not going to improve ever. And that ends my video. Goodbye.